Explore with Peter Mugogo. We are coming to you from the Great Habib Wellness Resort. And again, we are still with the Queen of the Road herself, Donna, Mrs. Mutebi as well, right? We shouldn't forget that. Yes. We are talking tourism, and we are delving into Donna's tour guiding story. And Donna, we are delighted to have you. I'll say that again.
Thank you.
This has been long coming.
Yeah.
I always ask the guides that I host on my channel, on this conversation, I like to talk about challenges. You are in a male-dominated occupation or industry. Tour guiding in Uganda is predominantly a male. What have been some of your challenges?
I saw this coming. Well, there are quite many, Peter. There are very, very many.
Yeah, over the years.
Of course, I cannot exhaust them all.
Yeah.
But the few that I can,
common challenges.
Common ones.
Yes.
Yeah, well, the first challenge is I'm a woman. Yeah. I'll start with my physique and nature as a woman.
Yeah.
There are those, there's that time of the month.
Yeah.
That is really, really a mess.
Yes.
Yeah. So handling that is a very, very big challenge, I would say. Yeah. Then secondly is some of the roads, of course. Not all companies do the same route plans and timings. You find yourself living where Kampala and you have to go straight to Kisoro. Of course, it's a manageable distance, yeah, and there are very many breaks in between. But at times, there are 4 seasons for a woman, so in a month.
Yeah.
So I would still say the roads.
Yeah.
It has been raining a lot in Windy of late. I don't know how they are fixing this or how they are going to fix it. You drive with a lot of tension, and your nervous system is so
breaking down.
Yeah. Another challenge, I would send this to the men. There's a lot of bullying. You'll try and say, who bullies Donna? Of course I am bullied.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of bullying. I can speak for myself. Yes, I can defend myself in various ways.
Yeah.
Of course, not in all cases, but I feel I can defend myself.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking for my other sisters out there who can't come out and defend themselves. So there's a lot of bullying, not from only our colleagues, from the clients as well. Yeah. And also the other people. Well, I'm talking over the rangers, the wardens, and what.
Yeah.
And then the other one is what I really feel we are not yet fully accepted. We are not fully accepted. Yeah. And that is leaving us out somehow.
Yeah.
Because we no longer have occupations that are for men and women, or female and male. Yeah. We know one of the best chefs are male, but it is
and the women don't have beef with the
we are very
chefs.
Okay with it. I like it if Peter, you cooked for me, or my husband prepared a meal for me.
And so I should like it when you drive us very well and comfortably.
Exactly. So we no longer have that this is for this and this is for this. Yeah. I wouldn't say I envy, but I admire the ladies who handle the bigger trucks than we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really big motivation out there, and most of us should take on. So leaving other factors constant, yeah.
Okay.
The challenges are not so many as per se, but the few, the few.
When you talk about bullying, what kind of situations would you point out? Is it verbal? Is it non-verbal? Is it how people deal with you?
Of course it is verbal. No one would come out physically.
Yeah.
Yeah. The government is really trying so much to eliminate the whole physical part of it.
Yeah.
It is verbal. Now, I'm speaking as a woman. I'll not speak as a man here.
Yeah.
Most women, when something is said about you, you take it to heart. Unlike you men, Depends who has said it and at what angle they brought it at.
Yeah.
But for me, I'll not decide whether it's what or what. I'll be like, Peter, you've said this, and I'll put it at heart. So most of them say verbal things, and we really take it to heart, and they are very, very painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say they would say, maybe you're being weak, maybe you're being this, and you find that you have to take a lot to prove yourself that actually what they are saying about you
is not true.
Yeah. So the bully comes in verbally.
Yeah.
It does come in verbally. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, we still have a long way to go. Accepting gender differences, but also that not being that it's gender inequalities, or how can I call it, like incapacity. Being male or female does not make me better or weaker.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it's what we need to accept in the industry.
Yeah.
That a woman can be a ranger guide, can be a tourist guide, can be a chef, and so can the men do the same.
Yeah.
Wow. Talking about, you mentioned something about the rough roads, and again we are still talking about challenge. I would like you to share with us 2 most challenging safaris in relation to guests. Have you had a situation where you've had a hard time with guests, and what was that kind of situation?
Yeah, I've had a challenge with a client before.
Yeah.
And truth be told, this was an Israel client. He traveled solo.
Solo traveler.
Yes, solo traveler. I think where he booked from, they didn't actually tell him the details
of the safari.
And I think maybe when he came here, because I believe people talk, when he came here, I think he also expected something different, because we normally do have single travelers, and I believe most of them come for fun. Others are trying to run away from something. I wouldn't say running away as per se, but they're trying to cool off from something, positive and negative. Yes. So most of them have a reason as to why they travel, or they haven't gotten partners or friends to travel with, and they're like, well, let me do this alone. So with him, I believe maybe he wasn't given enough information about what to expect while on the safari.
Okay.
So the most complicated one was the Israel client.
What happened?
Interesting. Well, I do not want to go into the details, but
that's a big picture.
Roughly, a picture was I picked him up from Kisoro. I will say he was a very rich client. How do we get to know the booking, the lodgings? Yeah, he was using the high-end lodges in Uganda. When I speak of high-end, in Kuringo and in Kabale, in Ishasha, Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, high-end, yes.
Yeah. And I think one of the managers in one of the lodges, no, I remember we were seated somewhere, and he offered a glass of wine. I took it, of course, because most times you sit with our clients, have dinner with them, and maybe that's the chance you also use to brief them for the next day's activity. And he kind of was throwing advances, and I got a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So since then, I kind of started avoiding him, and I would brief him. Once we'd get out of the car, I'm like, hey, excuse me, I would love to give you a briefing for the next day. He's like, no, we're having dinner. I'm like, no, I had a heavy lunch, so I'm not in the mood for food. But he was really throwing advances, and they're really making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then when he saw that I was kind of rejecting, he wanted to play the victim in this. Yeah, of course I shared with a few friends of mine, and they were like, you know what, you need to talk to your company or to your bosses about this. And I am glad they were helpful. So I don't want to go deep into the details and what he was doing and all that, but I'm glad they helped. And it was the first of a kind. It had never happened to me with clients, of course. Yeah, so that's why I'm still skeptical. Maybe they did not tell him exactly what he's going to get, or maybe he thought he has a female driver. He would use his chance. Yeah. but the trip ended.
Yeah.
And I came back home safely. That is what is important.
The second one.
Yeah.
That was your first one.
The first one.
Do you have another one?
It wasn't as a challenge as per se.
Yeah.
But, well, I would like to say this to the clients, me being a woman and a safari guide doesn't mean I should look shabby. Yeah. My appearance matters as well. How I look and how I present myself. I don't think there's a client who wants to deal with someone who's dirty, smelling, or filthy.
Yeah.
Yes. So if I take time and I wake up very
take care
early,
of yourself.
Exactly. I'm fixing my hair. I'm doing my nails. I wear some lip gloss or lipstick. I don't want you to think I'm after you person or I'm after something about you guys.
And there is a man at home who is very proud of you, and you want him to walk with his.
And he loves me this way. He does. Yeah. He loves me this way because this is the presentation of myself, Can
I tell you something?
Yeah.
I love reading the Bible, and there is where it is written that the woman is the glory of the man.
Exactly.
So keep it there.
Yeah, thank you. So I want to portray what I would do in Kampala or while at home, back into the field.
Yeah.
Because I believe once I'm clean, smart, then the knowledge or the information or the time I'm going to spend with you is going to be clean and comfortable.
Yes.
So my appearance shouldn't be a challenge or shouldn't be a threat.
Yes.
No. It is just like
it's who you are.
It's just like a banker going into a bank and they are wearing high heels and what? Believe me, we are soon wearing high heels as well to prove ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you been judged because of your appearance?
Yes, I have very many times. Yes, not only in the tourism sector, of course, out there. Body shaming, of course. People throwing all sorts of insults. I want to bring this to people. Yeah. I don't want to go into biology or to educate people, but I just want to tell them what I feel.
Yeah.
Body shaming someone doesn't make you more of yourself.
Yeah.
But it will rather make you less of yourself. How? When you say something negative to someone because of how they look or how they appear, what do you gain after?
Nothing.
You don't, So if you look at someone, appreciate them the way they are.
Yeah.
If someone is short, that is them. If someone is tall, that is them. If someone is thick, I am not fat, I am thick, I also tend to clap back and be like, how many people are out there taking on funny supplements and porridges and
to get
to
this.
gain what I have? Not like, you're an African man, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, girl.
So body shaming is not the way to go, and throwing insults, of course, is not a way to go. We should once in a while find what to say. You do not know what people are battling with.
Yeah.
I'm getting this from family. I'm getting it from friends. Actually, no friend of mine would say something like that.
Yeah.
And they know because I would definitely say the same thing back to them. Going back to my growing up, I don't think I have been any small. Because if I bring out my pictures right from childhood to where I am, I'm not defending my weight or anything. No, but it has been me.
That's
and
you.
This
you
is my signature,
yourself, Yeah.
So I am comfortable. I think you should be comfortable yourself.
Within your skin.
Within yourself, because you're not carrying the weight for me. So this goes to people who love body shaming. You have better things to deal with. Other than talk about my weight and my appearance. Find something more valuable and productive to do with yourselves.
Okay. Body shaming, and it's we're in a very, very diverse, very dynamic, very interesting industry where we go places, meet people. So it's all kinds of people and in all sorts of places. It's such a shame, but again, it means we have actually a long way to grow as professionals in this occupation. Because you'll find that in the medical industry or teaching profession, you will not find that it is common for anyone to think that they should body shame or bring down a teacher or a lawyer or a doctor. But now, because our profession has not gained that elevation to be looked at with respect and honor and value, so it's one of the reasons that probably we get this kind of thing.
Peter, on second thought, these people have been exposed. Believe me and you we've driven teachers, engineers, we've driven lawyers, professors, we've driven all sorts of people.
Yeah.
If I have a trip with a teacher and the next one is with an engineer, the information we share is quite different, of which I'm going to learn one or two things from them. Then the next trip will be with a farmer, and then the other one will be with the professor. The way they see things, all these people I have listed, is different. Much as we call them Bazungu, but their thinking is totally different. So I think we should apply the same with ourselves. We have this backward thinking, and to me, I think that is why the bullying also comes in. Yeah, because I will stand and clap
from the
back.
people in the same industry.
Yeah, I will stand and defend myself, and those who know me know I can do that. I do. Regardless who you are, because if I'm not comfortable with the statement you're using, or if I'm not comfortable with what you're saying or doing, I will tell you. Or I will look for the authorities who I think are much more informed and presentable to handle such a situation, and then we can handle it or sit on the table and solve it out. Yeah, because the industry is really too big that it can accommodate all of us. So
I like the clap back bit of it, and I really want to speak to the females or the child out there who is interested in joining the tourist guiding occupation. You have an advocate here. She is going to call out people who look down upon females in the sector. And I'll tell you this, Donna, that is very critical. I mean, a human being is a human being, created with honor, dignity, and sanctity. And they should be treated like that without being judged or brought down or whatever it is, without being demeaned and dehumanized.
Of course, I am not using it as a sympathy vote here or anything.
It's a fact.
It is a fact, yeah. Even with the female, our fellow female, I'm now not only talking about the men. Yeah. Even our fellow female or my fellow females, will be the one saying funny things. Yeah. And you forget at some point. Remember I told you I'm a mother? Yeah. What if all this is baby weight? Yeah. And I'm a wife. What do you expect? So...
it's all in one package.
Thank you.
It's all in one package.
So I'm not going to be like someone who's single. No. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, but that doesn't justify that all female are being bullied or what. No. Please, the guys out there, don't quote me wrong. I'm talking of the smaller sector. Yeah. Peter, there are those men who are so sweet. They are darlings.
That was going to be my next question. When you joined the industry, how were you received by the males?
I don't know
if I should pick out some. Yeah.
I don't know if I should be really honest here.
Yeah, we are authentic. We are real. We are honest. Yes. A few incidents here that you could bring out. The first time you joined the industry, how were you received as a female tourist guide?
Wow. Now, this is in two sectors. Yeah. They are divided, There are those who are really happy. They were really, really happy. They were like, wow, we now have women. Yeah. Because if we go back into the whole thing, there are some clients who are rather comfortable with having women.
Men drivers, yes.
No, women driving. Yeah. Women, or they're like, yes. Do you have female drivers in the country? Yeah. And you're like, no, So because I can speak for my company, there are times whereby clients book and they're like, would love a woman to drive us. So they have their reasons why they want a woman, leaving other factors constant, of course. Yeah. So I would say half of the male were really happy. And to you guys, thank you so much. They made me. Because for the others, of course, they'll speak for themselves. Yeah, but for me, they made me what I am. Like, they put a lot of, they added more confidence in me because they showed me that, hey, you can do this. Wow. The people like you, of course. Yeah. Thank you. Peter, the very many times I have met you, and we've always met in the field. Yeah. We've never met in Kampala. I think this is like the first time. First time, yes. Yeah, but we've always met in the field, and the talks we have, and there are those who are really who really encouraged us
Yeah.
and showed us the game.
Yeah.
And they were like, the game is like this and this and this.
Yes.
But now there was this small sector of people who
Yeah.
thought they would really take advantage of us
And bring you down.
and bring
fight
us down
you,
and show us this is too big, we can't fit into it. And, you know, now that's what is tearing us down.
Yeah.
We still have this. Even now, you find someone fighting, we are regarded as the fast drivers, we are, you know,
Weak
we are
drivers.
weak ones, we don't know what we are doing and all that. And I believe there's a percentage of men I drive better than. Yeah, so
Certainly, yes.
it doesn't have to be a male or female. The thing is too big for all of us.
Yeah.
Let's all fit in, you know. Let's all fit in and work together, because tomorrow I'll pave way for your daughter, for your niece. Yeah. But if you're hard on me, she's also going to come and I'll do the same because of what you did to me.
I hear you.
Yeah, so I think the smaller
section of
people should loosen up and accept that we are in, and we are there in goodwill.
Instead,
honestly,
actually, even if you were weak or bad and poor technically, I think the better contribution from me and anyone out there would be like, how can I make you better? How can I help you to become a professional, a competent female tourist guide? I think that would be the right route to take.
I have fallen sick before on a trip, and I was helped by both male and female. I had my colleague on a trip, that is Grace.
Yeah.
And I think that was the very first time I felt sick on a trip, and I could not handle a trip anymore. I had to come back, be driven back to Kampala. But I liked the way Grace handled my clients. There's a colleague of mine called Jamal Malinzi.
Yeah.
He told his clients that, hey, she's our colleague.
Yeah.
We were in Kanyanchu in Kibale. I remember very well. And he's like, she's a colleague. I had a very terrible allergy and I had malaria as well. But I remember very well Jamal telling his clients, if in case you come back before I am back, this person will handle you. Let me take my colleague to hospital. And there was a connection of clients.
Yeah.
So there is a way they joined my clients and his clients together. And indeed, we didn't come back. Like, we came back after they had come back from the tracking. But I got the treatment and I couldn't handle anymore the driving. And later Grace took me to the hospital, and then the company had to send someone else to complete the trip and all that. But that is the work. Yeah, that's the vibe
that we should have, yes.
But if you look at someone, they always, these funny statements, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to say them because they're really disgusting. That is the word I can.
From a small section of
really disgusting
people in the industry.
I am human, you know.
Yeah.
I am not immortal. I am bound to get sick. I am bound to get weak.
Even make mistakes.
True. Even, you know, swindle off something that I go off and, I am bound to make mistakes.
Talking about challenges, I think there is a story that I would like you to share with everyone that is going to watch this video.
Now, which story
this
is
one,
that?
I beg you, because we have talked, we've had a conversation, not on camera, but you and I have talked about stuff. A catastrophe happened on your safari, or a mishap. You know where this is going. You have had another challenging safari that I know of, the accident.
Yeah.
What happened with that accident? How did you manage? Please take us through.
You're really insisting you want us to have this conversation.
Yes, we need to have it. We are real, we are truthful, we are authentic. We are real people sharing real stuff with real people that follow me, yes.
Well,
so you are on safari. Let's start right there. I'll help you to start the safari.
I was on a safari.
Yes.
Interesting enough is that safari was quite long. I remember it was 18 days.
Okay.
And in my company, 18 days, that means you start from Kidepo.
Yes. So you were almost halfway, yes.
I was almost halfway. So I picked up this cup at the airport. Of course, we started our trip on a very good note. And we moved all the way to Makshon and came, and we are in Kibale National Park.
Yeah.
My clients were sleeping at KFC at the lodge, and I was also sleeping around. There's accommodation for lodges around there in Bigodi.
Yeah.
So one fateful afternoon, I picked my clients from the tracking
yes.
and took them back to the lodge. That afternoon, they wanted to relax. Yeah. So because they wanted to relax, what happened? Because most times we come back from the tracking around midday.
Yes.
That is if it's really late. So after dropping them at the guest house, and I drove my car to the town.
Yeah.
The known town, Bigodi.
Yeah.
And I was like, have my car cleaned and pack it later in the day for the next activity. Yeah. So what happened is I took the car to the washing bay and packed it.
Yeah.
And the guy told me, leave the key behind because they were using the machine gun. Yeah. Now imagine you've done Kidepo, you've done Makshon. Of course the car is dirty.
Yes.
And we all know all these other places don't have the jet.
Yeah.
All those who use the jet are in Bigodi.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of us do the thorough cleaning in Bigodi.
Halfway the trip.
Halfway the trip.
Yes.
So you do a deep cleaning of the car.
Yeah.
So he told me I will need the key to get the car from one position to another position. Because there are very many cars that will be flowing in. Yes. It was a high season, I would say.
Yeah.
It was July, I think. So I moved away and went to a restaurant to have lunch. So, because there are those who are always joking and what, one of them was like, in the local language, Donna meaning Donna, you're having lunch, but the guy washing your car
has
rolled your car down. I'm like, let him roll. Like the way you do, let him roll. But then later, someone else called. Yeah, so I saw calls buzzing at the same time. So there's a guy, a border guy in Bigodi. He knew where I was. So he came to me, he's like, the guy took your car to another place. He drove your car. His intention was to take out the fuel. Because from Makshon, these cars have fuel. When we come to Bigodi.
Yeah, you've done a full tank.
You've done 2 full tanks in Fort Portal.
Yes.
So he wanted to drain the fuel and bring back the car because he knew, well, Donna is going to have lunch. By the time she goes and comes back, I'll have done what I'm doing. So the devil tempted him and he did what he did. He took the car. On his way back, he rolled the car down. Peter, I saw myself break.
Wow.
I saw the end of me. And
how did you react to the news?
Of course
I cannot sit in my chair. This is getting okay.
Of course I couldn't react well. I have a very close friend. She's called Grace still. We work in the same company. I had talked to her before, minutes before. And she was, I think, behind me.
By a day?
I think she was behind me by a few days. I think a day or two. Yeah. So we were talking. I talked to her every day. So I had just finished talking to her. Then she's the first person I called. I remember. I called her and I told her, Grace, I am finished. Those were my words. And she was like, she knows I'm a joker.
Yeah.
So she was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, the guy has rolled down my car. Now in our company, I drive one of the newest cars, the newest Land Cruisers in the company.
Yeah.
Of course, I put off my phone and I think I blacked out. Actually, I did black out.
You passed out?
I passed out and...
you were half dead?
Because I was finished, Peter.
Yeah.
I was. Because how are you going to explain that? So I was rushed to hospital. Of course, I had other colleagues of mine, same company. They came in. I was rushed to hospital. I have another friend called Ateni. She's a wife to... actually, she's the owner of the accommodation we sleep in Bigodi.
Yeah.
She drove her car. She came in, and I was in hospital for a few hours. Then I stabilized. I came. My car was taken to police, and the guy disappeared. It was a mess.
Yeah.
The windscreen, the bumpers, the guard, the bonnet, the tire, the front tires,
Everything.
Almost half of it. Yeah, and of course I had to call the office. I called my boss then. She's Madame Regina. My bosses then, Mr. Bat and his wife were in Holland. So the one we had, the operating boss then is Regina. So
You called her.
they called her, yeah, and told her what has happened. And she's like, "Where is Donna?" Like, she's in hospital. She's like, "Okay." So later in the evening, I was able to talk to Regina, and she's like, your health equally matters because we've had you've passed out, and we want to be sure you're in the proper state. Now, she's like, you need to go to your clients and talk to them. We are sending another car, and handle that process of your car being released. It comes back to Kampala. Let the clients continue with their trip. Of course, I went to them. It was a very hard moment. It was like I broke down. I talked to them, and they equally broke down. They did. They were like, "Why do bad things happen to good people?" Yeah, I remember them saying that, and it had happened. But it still gets me
maybe
emotional.
Someone needs to explain to us.
Yeah.
For those who are watching this video, why do bad things happen to good people? That's a question I'm really yet to find an answer to.
And please, when you find
in
the
a
answer,
comment, please tell us why do bad things happen to good people?
Yeah.
You get emotional.
Of course.
Up to now.
Even now, it really gets me emotional because of how I got through this and how I'm still standing.
Working for the same company.
Yes. So
so they send you talk to the clients.
Yeah,
the clients become emotional.
They really broke down.
Yeah.
They really broke down.
I would.
They really broke down because we had spent a very long time together. And remember, I told you, not only do I show animals, I bring in a lot of fun in my trips and guiding.
Yeah.
I believe that's what makes me different.
Yeah.
So, of course, someone else came in. I won't mention names for their own privacy.
Yes.
Someone else came in and did the safari, and I went home. I have a home I have family in Imbara, so I went there and cooled off for 2-3 days. But before, another colleague of mine came, cleared out the paper process, the IOV and all that, and they loaded the car back to Kampala. So after a few days, I received a call from office from Regina. She's like, "Are you still home? And how are you feeling?" I'm like, "I'm much better." She's like, "Okay, you need to come to your office. You have a meeting with your bosses on call on Skype."
Yeah.
And she's like, "You'll have that call on a Thursday." I was like, "Okay." So
what's going on in your mind at this point?
What was going on in my mind, of course, just like any other.
I'm still finished.
Any other person, of course. I'm to blame.
Yeah.
Because I was negligent. I left the key behind.
Yeah.
So had I not left the key behind, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Yeah. So I needed to go and explain myself and get the punishment that I deserve.
Yeah.
So Thursday came and I went to office. The meeting was at 1 p.m. I entered office, of course, and we have their office chambers. They have a very big screen. It's really big. That's the computer my boss uses, the lady, Madame Sempebwa, when she's around. So we sat there and I was asked what happened. And I explained what I've just told you.
The way you just explained.
And then, of course, they were mad, just like any other person. They were mad and...
thinking about the cost of a new Land Cruiser.
Yeah, and remember my car is new.
Yeah.
So, of course, they were mad and bitter, and I took full responsibility.
Yeah.
My boss was like, "Now, are you going to buy me a new car? What are you going to do? Because you don't have the money. You have 300+ million to buy a car. Those cars are very expensive."
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I told him I don't have it. And no one in the office knew what was going on in there because it was just me and them. They are that side and this side. And Peter, I am very stubborn.
Yes, you are. I
am.
Attest to that.
But I know good. I do.
Yes.
The few people I would talk to, of course, would be like, you need to pray, you need to fast. I can't fast. I have ulcers and all that. But I saw God. One, in that accident. Because if I was the one in that car, I wouldn't be here. And I wouldn't be able to be talking to these people.
Yeah.
But it was a very terrible accident that even the guy hurt his chest. From the few people we hear, it really did him so bad. We don't know if he's alive because I've never heard from him again.
And no one has seen him again.
Honestly, I don't think I want to even ask. Yeah. Not because I am mean or
there
angry,
is trauma,
but
there is,
I feel let him be and let myself also be.
Yeah.
So when I talk to my bosses and explain to them and all that, I don't want to go into the details because now that was a private room.
Yeah.
I remember my boss saying, well, I forgive you. That is what I had. Like, I'm seated and I'm waiting for the verdict, final verdict.
Yeah.
And he's like, I forgive you. I raised my head up because the screen is like, I raised my head up. I know, actually, before he said I forgive you, he's like, you're a very talkative person. You now don't have words to tell me. Wow. Believe me, there are times whereby you lose words. Yeah. You do. After a lot of filling them with information. Now, that will take us back to what we talked about. It's like, I forgive you. Because you can't bring back my car, but I forgive you. Donna, I don't expect this to happen, and it shouldn't happen again. Still, I'm hanging.
Like, so you forgive me?
I'm forgiven. So what happens?
What next?
So his wife goes ahead and says, Donna, the accident has happened. What is even breaking us the more is the clients are on a trip, but they even still want you on the trip. Wow. Because the person we sent is doing his job, but they were very comfortable with you already. The person is good, but they were comfortable with you already. She went ahead and said, what breaks my heart is you have another trip next week. And you have to do it because they want you. I kept quiet. So she's like, well, like he has said, we've forgiven you. We don't expect such to happen.
Why are my eyes wet?
I don't know.
Someone tell me.
She went ahead and said, I will hire another vehicle for you. And you do all your trips the way you've been doing them.
Wow.
And if need, you'll drive your colleagues' cars. If there is space, you'll drive your colleagues' cars. She went ahead and said things about me, very positive things. Peter still go ahead and say these are private moments.
Yeah.
And later she was like, Donna, things happen, but let this be a learning. Know who your friends are and know who aren't your friends. She had a reason why she also said that. And she's like, go and read your next file. You have another trip coming. My boss is Dutch. His wife is Ugandan. Kneeling down would not justify whether, like, should I kneel down and say thank you? Should I, I got out of office and went to my other boss's table.
The operations manager.
Yes. And I cried. Peter, I cried because it was like bells ringing. Like, I was like, has that just happened? Or,
am I running mad or did I hear everything right? And
so,
you were by yourself.
As
you were
by
the only
myself,
one hearing.
as the only one, And I'm like, so how do I go about this? And who do I tell? I remember my operations boss was like, you go home. Come back on Monday.
But there is something. I happen to know your operations manager, Regina, you have a mother in there.
Yes.
We have a mother in the industry that no one knows about. Regina is a mother like no other. Please go on.
That woman told me, Donna, go home. Come back on Monday. Peter, I walked out of office. I had someone waiting for me outside. I drove, crying the whole journey. I reached home and I could not believe what had just happened. Of course, everyone knew there was a meeting, but they do not know what has happened. What was the verdict? Is she still on the job or has she left? On Monday, I come to office. Now, that's the time I had a convoy with Grace.
Oh, yes.
Grace was like, Donna, I have gone through things and I've seen you praying for me. Yeah? You pray for me, you comfort me. What happened? I told her. We started crying together. We started crying together again. So, fast forward, I did the trip. You do not want to know what happened in the field. Everyone was seeing the car, wasn't believing it's me. Everyone was shocked.
Yeah.
Because the comments that were made, the statements that were said, the words that were spoken.
Yeah. In the industry. And that's within the industry.
Broke me. Now, I am glad I have a very strong support system back at home.
Yeah.
And a few friends, of course, in the tourism sector.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention their names.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, guys, if I don't mention your names.
No, you don't have
but
to.
You know you're my support system.
Yeah.
A lot was said. Peter, I broke. Everywhere I would go, I would be like, so, what are they saying? And even up to today, something that happened a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And they're still talking. But they do not know what they did to me instead. They gave me the strength and confidence that I have today. So thank you guys for your negative words and positive words.
Yeah.
So I really want to say a special thank you. Of course, I've appreciated them and I'll still go ahead and appreciate them.
Exactly.
I work for Gorilla Tours Limited and this office is found in Lubowa. I would say I have the best bosses, not because of what happened to me, but they've nurtured me to be someone better.
Yeah.
If it were any other company, of course, I don't know what would have happened. I don't know. Yes. And I do not know what kind of God spoke to them. Peter, I did not pay any coin to fix the car. The car was taken back and rebuilt and fixed. If you found me driving the car today, you wouldn't know it's the one that got an accident. At a zero cost on my end, but of which they spent a lot on their end.
Wow.
They still consider me as their guide and their person. Because after this, when the car was brought in again, she went ahead and made it very clear, I do not want to have this conversation again. Donna is part of us. And she's our guide. Actually, she even calls me Queen of the Road. It is rare finding her calling me my name.
But you are the Queen of the Road.
What is surprising, in between that whole saga, she recommended me to do 2 trips herself. So, you're only talking of Regina as a mother. Her sister is equally a mother. Because, Peter, where was I going to get 300 plus million from to get a brand new car? But I'm still part of the team, and I'm grateful to them. So, Madame Virgo and Mr. Bat, wherever you are, I hope you get to see this.
Wow.
I still want to be Queen of the Road in your company.
Yeah.
And I am proud and honored that you did what you did. So, thank you. Of course, words cannot show how grateful I am, but I always light a candle for them in prayer. And I really appreciate them so much.
Wow.
Yes, so that is the story you wanted to hear.
That is
I think you were tired of seeing my smile and you wanted to see if I can break down a bit. And I have, of course.
I will tell you this, Donna. There is no trade without trials.
Yeah.
And tour guiding and tourism is not a bed of roses.
Yeah.
But usually people tend to look at the story from one side because you're driving Europeans and Americans, so everything is glossy. But they're actually, we have crutches that we have under our armpits to keep walking. The industry has its challenges, and I'll tell you this, that for me, what you went through is a hard one. And what the company Gorilla Tours went through, for an investor, for a company, it's a hard one. But that we can still talk about it, for me, it means a high level professionalism. It means nurturing an industry. Of course, we all know Gorilla Tours. The years it has been the Ugandan tourism sector. One of the pioneers. And the work that they have done in terms of building the product and bringing up people as tourist guides, starting with picking people randomly and saying, come, we know this one, you can drive, and now to having a professional team like yourself and all the others. People need to hear these stories. And maybe tomorrow there is a tour operator who might have a car having an accident and they don't know what to do. Then they can refer and say, we had one of your guides got an issue with the car. How did you deal with it? What do you advise me to deal with it? If we don't share stories like this, people will never get to know.
Of course, they're emotional stories, and myself flashing back of what I went through. Peter, every time you pick a call and someone is saying something, so and so has said this, so and so. Like I've told you earlier on, women, we do take words at heart. Regardless what. If it's positive, I'll put it at heart. If it's negative, I'll still put it at heart. So there are some things whereby you're like, how do I go about this? But I got to know who my friends are. And I got to know those who wish us well. Now, when I say us, I'm now talking about all of us. Of course, accidents are accidents. They happen. What hurts me even most, I wish I would say this guy's name. You guy, wherever you are, the statement I'm going to make, I hope you find peace with yourself. Because even went ahead and said, I wish she was the one in and she knocked and died. And I've never clashed with this person. Never. All I did was a trip with him in some company. But I've never clashed with this person. Never. But when we meet in gatherings, because I want peace with myself, I don't even say hello. I just bypass. Because he is too negative to make a statement like that. But you do have family. You have a wife, you have children
and
if it didn't happen to me, you don't know. So I would request, I'm sorry, but let me use this.
Please.
I would request, if a man gets an accident and it's called an accident, the same applies to a woman. If a woman gets an accident,
it is an accident.
It is an accident. These accidents don't happen because we are reckless in our driving. Does it mean you guys are also reckless? No. If an accident happens, like I have said, at times this is something that is uncalled for. If all the accidents that's happened in our country, if there was a way we would avoid them, of course we would.
Everyone would want to avoid accidents.
We would avoid them. Yes. But I'm very grateful. I have proven myself to be indeed queen of the road.
Yes, you are. Queen of the road.
I have proven myself, and I still have a lot to prove. Like I have said, time is going to come and we are going to give space to the younger girls. We have girls who have just finished P7. Very soon they'll be in tourism. Because we have to give them space. And they also join in.
Actually, we should create space for them. We should create them. We should be intentional about bringing young females, young males without putting differences.
But if you want to know one hell of a person who's proud of what they do,
of course.
I am.
That is going to be my next question.
I am very, very proud. Very.
That takes me to my next question. In guiding, we go through a lot, Donna. We go through a lot. Sometimes you have long days of driving. Sometimes you have sleepless nights. If you have a technical fault with the car and something did not go well during the day with the clients, either miscommunication, misinterpretation, or someone didn't treat your clients well and so they are carrying that on, it also comes to you. So you have a long day, a sleepless night, and another long day following. What I'm saying is that it can be a tough job. But there is something I have seen. You always have your smile on. You always have your humor on. How do you do this?
Well, I thank God. That's what I can say. I thank God. Peter, Growing up, my dad was my very good friend, and when I lost him, everyone got to know actually I lost Modo. That was another time when I actually broke. But he actually at some point said, moral discipline will take you places where books will not.
Say that again.
Moral and discipline will take you places books will not. What actually he meant is, if you're disciplined and you're morally upright, however much you have PhDs and you're disciplined, you're not going to get some places. When I talk of whereby, you know who you're talking to, blah, blah, blah. You know, there is that arrogant attitude some of us have because you think you're big.
Yeah.
But
and you
the person you found on that desk,
yes,
that is their office. Maybe let's respect them for that, right?
Yeah.
So, much as we go through a very tough time, I personally, much as I go through a very hard time, like I have listed the challenges, I'm a woman, I am a mother. There are a lot of challenges, of course.
Yeah.
And I still put up a smile.
And
well,
head high.
Yes. Well, I would attribute it to God, family upbringing, and the confidence I have in myself. I have a lot to prove. Very many people want to see you at your lowest. And when you give them that, that is the end. Don't accept people to see you at your lowest.
Yeah.
Even if you're hurting. There is a guy that some point is like, Donna, do you ever get angry? I do.
I was actually going to ask you the same question.
I do. I get angry and I'm very vulgar at times.
Okay.
As a defensive mechanism, of course, I will not fight you. But, well, that was just it. But I do. Because like I said, I'm human. But
you still come out smiling, head high.
I try
humorous.
My level best to avoid things that will make me sick. At my age and size, I am still very healthy. Guys, I'm very healthy.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So I want to avoid that. Things that do not make peace with your soul, avoid them. Yeah. Because they tempt you to do a lot of negative things that later you will regret.
Yeah. Yeah, negativity creates toxins within you, and the toxins poison us. So before you know it, you have non-communicable diseases, you have cancers.
Yeah. And when you smile, how many muscles are you stretching on your face
I'm
as
told
a woman?
it's millions, I don't know. It's millions of muscles.
Do you know you use a lot of energy when you're angry than when you're happy? Okay. Because remember, you want to prove a point, and your body, your nerves, and everything is,
your brain, your heart.
And then later you get a headache. But when you just look and you're like, okay, I've smiled and I've solved a lot. Yeah, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
We talked about young people. Have you had a chance to help people or young girls or anyone to get into the industry, or are you thinking about doing something like this?
Well, it's not that I've helped as per se, but I have recommended. Yeah. I haven't gotten the potential or opportunity to help, like physical helping. No, but I have recommended. There were 2 girls who were in Kibale, and they were doing their internship. They were among the girls who were escorting during the tracking. I'm glad they are both driving, but they haven't joined any company. Wow. Yes. And then I've recommended other girls, of course, but I haven't helped physically. But going back to the question of, would you love to help? I would, Peter. I would. Using this portal of yours, just like Bella helped us. If there is any organization out there, or if there is any industry or any company that feels that wants ladies to help out, we are there. And believe me, I'm ready to help. I am ready to help. Of course, I may not exercise perfectionism, but I would help. Maybe my story, maybe
Yeah.
My words.
Yeah.
Because I'm not bringing out everything here, but there are those personal things that you have to say off camera that maybe can push them. Very many girls are being oppressed out there.
Yeah.
They are being told they can't, and yet they can. So, given a chance, I would really love to. And still, if you get someone that really is good at, maybe you want to talk to the girls or what, I am available. And even out there, I'm available. I would use that chance as well, because I have been at my high and lows in this industry. I have seen my head.
And you have come out with your head high. Yes,
I have come out victor. So these are testimonies that I told God that, see me through this, I'll testify. So I am testifying.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Great. Let's talk about travel. You've been to almost every place in this country.
And neighbors as well.
So have you been outside Uganda?
East Africa?
Yeah?
Yes. I do trips in Rwanda.
Okay.
I once did a trip in Kenya and Tanzania, but that was like a farm trip kind of.
Yeah.
But yes, I do trips Uganda and Kenya very well.
Have you been outside Africa?
No.
Which part of the world would you like to visit?
For tour?
Yeah.
For travel?
Yeah.
Wow. That's nice. I've only thought of holiday.
Yeah, for holiday. Let's say for holiday.
I love Bahamas. Me and my sister,
you would like to
we
go
love
to
Bahamas. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love really to go to Bahamas.
Okay.
And then I would love to go to Jamaica as well. Mm-hmm. I think there's a Rastafarian in me that I haven't brought out.
But we can see the hair is almost going ahead. No. The hair has started the journey.
They say, no, there's a Rastafarian somewhere in me.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that hasn't found their exit to come out, but
Jamaica.
Yeah.
We call it Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yeah. I would so much love to.
And within Africa?
Within Africa, wow.
Which African country would you like to visit?
I think I want to go to West Africa. Yeah. Not in particular, but I want to go to West Africa.
Yeah.
And see. These are the closest people who almost have our culture kind of.
I feel you.
But when they come in here, they kind of want to twist it a bit.
Yeah.
And also, as I think, want to twist it. I think I would want to go to West Africa and see.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm a person of art and, the beads, the textures, and yeah. So West Africa, I think I would love to go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we have talked about the challenging safaris. I'd like us to talk about your favorite and most memorable safari experiences. On safari.
On safari.
Yeah. Memorable experiences.
The most memorable one would be, I did a trip.
Yeah.
And went to Ginger.
Okay.
So when I went to Ginger, I checked the clients into the hotel with 2 friends.
Okay.
And when I checked them in, I was like, we are leaving tomorrow. I briefed them about the whole program of tomorrow because we're proceeding to Kapchora to Sipi.
Yes.
So then later, I told them, is there anything else you want from me? They were like, no, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going somewhere out there to find what to eat. And then later, go to my place of sleep. They're like, oh, okay. Then they were like, can we come with you? Now, I was still new. That was around 2018.
Yes.
Of course, I was still young in the industry.
Yes.
How am I going to go with these clients to the other Mama Mfunda?
Yes.
So I looked at them. They're like, yeah, we want to go with you. So I was like, anyway, let me park the car here and we walk. So we walked, reached there. Because I was hungry. I ordered for our food with fish.
Mereyona.
Fish. They went ahead and ordered for 1 plate and they ate. After eating, they enjoyed the food so much. And we saw an umbrella and they were like, what is down there? I was like, those are drunkards, they are drinking, let's go. Peter, the evening started from there.
You
We went to that small umbrella and started drinking with those clients. Yes, of course we do drink at times. We drank up around 11
PM.
Now remember, I have clients.
Yeah.
And they are my responsibility.
Yes.
If anything happens, I have to call the company, of course. What company was that? Because then I was still a freelancer.
Yeah.
We got borders.
To go back to the
hotel. When we got there, I was like, I am not in position to drive. The car will sleep here. The border that has taken me there, that will take me to accommodation. Things have never been the same again. We've not eaten food again, and we've not gone to.
Wow.
Which H2O? Which bar is that is high end?
In
Kololo areas?
Yeah. You haven't been there.
The Machanois and stuff like that. We've not gone there again because it's all cold beer. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I hear you saying that you were surprised by the attitude of your guests and the whole experience, and things just changed.
Yeah.
What's your favorite national park or tourist attraction in Uganda? Your top 2.
Wow. Now, that is very, very tricky. Yes?
Yes.
It's a very, very tricky one. Because as a guide, of course, you cannot tell me to pick a favorite park. What will my clients think? But
if you had 3 days to choose to go on a tour in Uganda, you, Donna, and they're saying, you know all these places, but we are giving you paid for trip. Choose your favorite.
I'll choose Kidepo.
And 2?
Ekumburo.
Why?
Nice. Kidepo. There is no any other park in this country that gives you the beauty and landscape like Kidepo does. East Kakine, you pack up and you will see the park. You even put off your engine and chill.
And get lost.
And talk to nature.
Yes.
Like talk to nature and look, and you're like, if I take this picture, people are going to ask you, which country are you in? That place is beautiful. Of course, it doesn't have quite a number of animals, but I've said the landscape. In the morning, around 8, when the sun is coming out, Jesus Christ. And there are a few zebras down there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's absolutely African.
And kudos to my company. Because our company, that is where we go all the time.
Yeah.
I never knew Kidepo was this beautiful. Because with my previous companies, of course, we would not do these,
Kidepo, it's a long drive. And
it's a very long drive.
Hard to reach.
Yeah. Actually, with us, we break it into 2. Sleep in Gulu and then we proceed. But Kidepo is beautiful. Even if you didn't see animals and you did 3 game drives, 3 days, 4 days, my goodness.
You have had a piece of Africa.
Yes.
Why Mburo?
Lake Mburo is the smallest national park, right? Being the smallest, it offers a lot. Besides Kidepo, Lake Mburo accepts the walking safaris. This allows the clients to get closer to these animals.
Yeah.
You look this side, zebra. This side, impalas. The other side, buffaloes. You go this side, banangi, they're
Giraffes.
And then a client will do a walking safari, stand in the middle, and see everything. Now, why haven't I spoken about action? Regardless of us having the mighty falls.
Yeah.
A client will tell you, I've seen water. I've seen falls. Now, if you've seen that, let me show you what you've not seen. Stand in the middle. It is not a zoo. We are talking of a national park whereby a ranger is going to go out with a gun to protect you from the buffaloes, right?
Yeah.
But you're in nature and you're surrounded
by wildlife.
Banange. And most of the times when we are doing safaris, that is where I meet you. Where is meeting Lake Mburu?
Yes.
By the way.
Yes, that's true.
Yes. But you sit there and you're like, so
the Garden of Eden is here.
So that is why I choose those 2.
No, I feel you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we are coming to the end of our conversation.
Yeah.
And I like, this is a challenging one, just to prepare you. I would like you to give some hacks or tips for young people who are interested in joining the tourist guiding occupation. I really emphasize young people because Uganda is one of the youngest countries in the world. More than 50% of our population is children under 15, and more than 70% of Uganda's population are under 30. So that means that they have a great future ahead of them. And we are not as young as they are. So I really think that we can be resourceful and helpful by giving small tips, simple tips for them to think about as they look at tourism. Someone might see you and I driving a Land Cruiser and like, I would like to do that one day. What should they think about? What do they need to be aware of? From your experience, really, not that you are a professor of tourist guiding, but from your experience, what should a younger person who is interested in tour guiding be aware of, think about, and prepare themselves for?
Well, what I would tell them is it is very, very possible. Yeah, it is possible to do it. One, if you have confidence in yourself, if you're a person who can speak, because now the trend that is coming out is your guiding and driving. That is the trend, except for those who need interpretation, language interpretations. Yes. But if someone who is outspoken, I believe this is a job for you. Because you can easily say anything, something that would be of interest and education.
Yeah.
This kind of job is something that never ends when it comes to learning.
Yeah.
You learn every day. Every day you learn something. So I wouldn't want to say that they should limit themselves. No, it is very, very possible. Of course, it will be challenging one way or the other. My challenges might not be their challenges. But of course, the challenges are almost the same.
Yeah.
We're talking of roads, we're talking of weather, we're talking of clients, we're talking of the car breakdowns, those are the challenges, and those are challenges you can't avoid. So you learn to live with the challenges. But I would say the major thing is in them. Peter, if you have the courage, if you have the love, the zeal, nothing can stop you. You can definitely do this. So out there, they shouldn't think they should limit themselves. They should go for it if that is what they want. Just like we have pastors who say it's their calling. When you go into nature, you feel it's your calling. We've seen very many people who come in and go.
Yeah.
We've seen very many people who want to introduce themselves and later get out.
Yeah.
And we've seen those people who are like, I will die with tourism.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't have any other things to do. They have. But it's a calling. It is a calling.
Yeah.
So my advice or my encouragement would be like, if you have it within you, then you can do it. There's nothing like rocket science in this.
Yeah.
No. You don't have to have the PhDs and all that. No. Just be someone who can speak up, be yourself, be real. Because one thing I know about most of the clients we have, they want people who are real. Yeah. If you're real, and by the way, much as they pretend, what's the size of Uganda? What's your population? What is this? They have all this information
already because Miss Uncle Google and Sister ChatGPT has given
them the information. So for them to say all this, now that's what I'm saying, be someone who's outspoken. They want to have a conversation because they can decide to keep quiet and read all the things. Go just drive them to their location or destination and don't talk. But they are kind of wanting to have a conversation. Yes, and feel like you're part of them. They come as clients, but live as friends. Family.
I hear you.
Yeah, so you do not need your chemistry books, or come with your geography, history, and a little literature and English, and you're good to go.
You've heard it. You are the queen of the road. Who crowned you Queen of the Road? Because I know that queens have crowns. Where did you get this crown from?
Wow, that's also another story.
Okay.
You asked me about my very first trip I did.
Yes.
After Richard, after the
A
trip
call,
I
yeah.
did with Richard,
Yeah.
I have another trip I did, and these girls, there were 4 girls, if I can remember. So we're driving, and they loved the way I was driving. So one of them, the one who was seated in the front, would say, "Oh my goodness, Donna, do you know what Donna in Spanish means?" I was like, "No, it means woman." I'm like, "Oh, okay. So I should stop calling myself Donna and call myself woman." She's like, "No. You know, out there, if you have a logo or a brand, it sells more than actually your name." Then she was like, and then the other friend was speaking in Spanish, and then she was like, "Oh, she's saying something." I was like, "What is she saying?" And then she went ahead and said, there is a movie called La Donia,
Okay.
the Queen of Haciendas. Now, I think it's a Mexican-Spanish movie. Now, if you've watched movies of the cartels and drug dealers and what, so there's this lady who was called La Donia. Now, because I am Donna, you'll notice most of my social handles, I use La Donia.
Yeah.
Donna.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, La Donia is almost like Donna, the woman. So she was a woman of steel. And she was a boss, like she was handling all the men cartels, like she was a boss to all men, drugs and all that. So she was like, so if she's the boss, you can think of something. I was like, should I call myself the woman of the road? She's like, no, that doesn't sound nice. So we're moving. Now these taxis and trucks have logos they normally have.
Yeah.
This truck had a logo, Queen of My Heart. We were following it. And she's like, I have gotten the name.
What a brainstorm.
That's like, I think I have also gotten the name. And she's like, what's the name? And I was like, La Donia. She's like, Queen of the Road. She's like, you got it. So call yourself Queen of the Road. So the La Donia is the Donna other side.
Yeah.
And Queen of the Road is
the
she.
Yeah,
the she. And I am very proud of that
256
name.
Queen of the Road. Wow.
Yes.
That sounds like a great brainstorm, and I'll tell you this, from the way you handle the steering, to the way you deal with tourists, to the way you interact with us as colleagues, to the way you deal with your family, you are the Queen of the Road.
Thank you so much. It really means a lot.
You are.
Thank you. It means a lot.
You have exceptional skills. You're a great personality. Really. This is not because of we're not recording anymore. Great personality, great cheer, sense of humor, always happy with everyone.
Yeah.
No wars. You wear your heart on your sleeves. If someone is being stupid, I've seen you tell someone you're being stupid. Out of my way.
I do that.
Only a queen can say that.
Yeah, I have that I will not deny. I have done it because of the accident,
Yeah.
Like I said, it enabled me to get to see a lot. Like they say, kutambula kulaba, kuda kunyumya.
Yes.
I moved. So coming back, I had a lot to tell.
Yeah.
I had a lot to tell. Peter, I reached a point whereby I was like, even you calling me, I'm like, what does he want? What is his motive? Like, I saw all of you as a major threat. And I will say this again, Peter, we girls are not threats in the industry.
No, you're not.
No. Don't look at us as a virus, a dangerous one, and don't look at us as a threat. Embrace us, love us, encourage us, and show us the way. Believe me, it's going to be a very smooth ride.
Yeah.
We are not going to fight.
Yeah.
We are not. Because our clientele is different. Now, the companies that I would say are now using women, one is ours.
Yeah.
Because now they know the value. Our boss now knows the value of having a woman driver.
Guide, yes.
It has brought him more customers.
Yeah.
And like I have said, take time and do your research.
Yeah.
We girls are leading. Even out there, the girls are leading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Save for the small hiccups that do happen. And those are meant to happen. Do you want to tell me these trucks that fall, all of them are in tourism? No. But an accident, this is something that no one wants to wake up and do. It is not like doing a wedding or making a wedding or giving birth. So, if they make us their friends, we are going to also make them our friends. But of late, they want to start scratching us, which is not going to be nice.